Alright, and here we have another Tales of Tribute game. This one's quite interesting because it's featuring Almalexia, Rajhin, my usual favorite patrons, with a Red Eagle and I believe a Psijic. Yes, right, Psijic Lore Master Calarus. And based on this, the setup of the patrons, there's actually only two cards in all the cards that are available to both players that actually are game-winning cards, and the rest of the cards don't actually do anything. So, you know, if you want to think about it, you can take a couple of seconds to think about it before I say what they are. But the only two cards in the game that matter are the Midnight Raid card from Reachmen and the Philanthropy card from Almalexia, because these are the only two cards that generate significant amounts of power. And it's basically those are the only two cards that will eventually lead to winning the game. Psijic doesn't really do anything by itself. The cards that generate like 2 or 3 power every cycle, which really isn't enough at all. It's not nearly enough, and Rajhin doesn't generate any power at all. So, and Patron Victory is a bit difficult to achieve with Psijic in play because you need your opponent to play agents. My opponent picks up the first Midnight Raid, but he reveals a Philanthropy, so it is the power of Philanthropy versus the power of Midnight Raid at the current moment. Reachmen, very strong patron power, like just insanely strong. The ability to draw a card for 2 power is, yeah, it's probably the best patron power in the game. In this case, I am very much eagerly looking for the Jarring Lullaby card. It is, I mean, it's not a power generating game winning card, so to speak, but it is very important if you want to be killing agents, which could be a big factor in this game. My opponent unfortunately gets the Reachmen agent, which lets him kill cards as a combo. It is actually quite a high priority to kill, but I mean in this case I have 7 gold, so I feel like I needed to buy that Rajhin agent killing card because it does combo for a lot of gold, and it is very good against agents, which could show up in this game. Especially the Rajhin agents are very annoying, but in general agents are very annoying, so without an easy way to kill them, the game could get difficult. My opponent doesn't. He does get the Bag of Tricks off, which makes me discard 1. Fortunately, I have 2 Almalexia cards in hand, which lets me cycle my deck away to hopefully find something better. My opponent is a bit ahead of me right now in terms of... I'm not sure I should have discarded the Rajhin coin because, see, I drew the Jarring Lullaby and I can't combo it for tons of gold, which kind of sucks. Also, I am just donating lots of cards because I want to get the Philanthropy running. See, I get 5 power just from the Philanthropy. Bonfire, I need to get rid of the Psijic coin, I think, in this case, although it's not ideal. And I will try not to use the Reachmen patron power this game, even though I said it's very good, because... And I really want that Festival of Remembrance, that's very important to get. Yeah. But my opponent gets a Slate of Hand, he quite rightly throws it away. Does reveal Mother's Mercy is quite reasonable for me to get, but I think in this particular case it would be better to just simply try to destroy more of my gold coins, which is why I buy that Clan Witch over there. Almalexia once, just to try to screw my opponent. I don't want him to draw the Midnight Raid because I don't want him to start comboing off, getting lots of power with Imperial Plunder, and getting enough power to essentially kill my Clan Witch. I hope he probably is going to Psijic power it away, which is what he's forced to since he has 7 gold and nothing much else. Shuffles it a bit. I get my own Midnight Raid most likely. That's the #1 pick in this case. As I said before, these are the only 2 game-winning cards available. So yeah, it's got to be Midnight Raid. Next up, I really want to delete more cards, but I don't have enough to buy the Blood Sacrifice, so I just use Rajhin to try to screw my opponent a bit. The thing about Reachmen plus Rajhin is when you get your deck as small as it gets with the Reachmen power in play, with all the Reachmen cards, Rajhin actually, the curse card, he doesn't buy the Dreaming Cave. That is interesting. I don't think it's correct. But yeah, Dreaming Cave, best card. It cycles through your deck so well. I think I would consider this to be a very easy pick. We also are discarding lots of cards Midnight Raid is fair enough. We also have enough for Imperial Plunder to combo, get the Midnight Raid bonus going. Karth Manhunter, I actually do like that card a lot, but I just simply cannot turn down Dreaming Cave. That's just too good. My opponent gets to get a nice combo off going, and he does get a Reachmen, which is also very annoying. He doesn't use it, but I think that's a very good card that he could have gotten. Doesn't really matter. This is a mistake. I should not use Lesson of IM. I should use Dreaming Cave first to stack my deck and then use Lesson of IM, but so it goes, so it goes. We can, I believe, get one more Almalexia going with, yeah, there we go, with Philanthropy. Discard, discard, get a Philanthropy chain going to earn a lot of power. So even though my opponent's deck, I believe, is slightly smaller than mine, and he's getting very good combos off with the Reach Midnight Raid, I have one Midnight Raid of my own myself. So, and yeah, we are getting a lot of power thanks to the. This is bad. I should not have done that. I think. I mean, I still get 12 power, but I should have played that coin first, I think, and deleted it rather than I didn't want to delete the Almalexia because Almalexia is the Almalexia coin because it's very key to getting good combos going. Rings Guile, yeah, my opponent's gonna buy that for sure. Make me discard 2. Fortunately, my remaining cards are actually really good, but it's still very annoying regardless. And we still have my opponent is actually starting to go for the Rajhin agents, which would be very devastating if I didn't have a Jarring Lullaby. Fortunately, I do have a Jarring Lullaby, so it's less devastating. That's basically all that there is to be said. We do have a bit of power. I think it would be okay to spend the power to get the Imprisonment going, or I guess that works too, or the Elder Witch, because I know we're gonna draw the a good bunch of combos left. So I guess in that case I should have used the Reach power because I knew I was gonna draw Midnight Raid, get a good combo off. Well, we know what we're gonna get anyway. I would still say I'm favored. My opponent's still going very heavily on the Reach agents, which is always difficult when you are facing against a guy. Like, my deck is still fairly small. I have a lot of donate cards to get what I want, and probably Sage's Council in this case. Probably, yeah. And then we can just draw the Dreaming Cave later. If I get a good Psijic card, I should buy it as well. Mainly because right now the Dreaming Cave is actually not generating me any power at the moment. And I think it would be much improved. My opponent has 2 agents, which is actually really scary. I really need to draw. And like a huge lucker, I just draw my Jarring Lullaby straight up, so I have no issues killing those agents. Get a ton of gold with the swipe. I even have enough for Briarheart Ritual, which is probably... I like Briarheart Ritual a lot. It deletes 2 bad cards, so I think I'm more than happy to take that. Less sure about this. Yeah, a bit less sure about this. We can draw an extra card with Lesson of IM. I don't really want to destroy Midnight Raid though, so I think I'll just play it. We are at a crap ton of power now. I don't want him to draw the Briarheart Ritual. I do let him keep the Pounce and Profit because I don't think... If he buys that, I don't think it's going to lead to him winning. That might be a mistake. But then again, I don't really have any agents in my deck. So... No, it might have been a mistake. Because the other thing is I don't want him to start comboing off with Rajhin and getting a lot of anti-prestige things going. So it is interesting. Other alternative here is I could buy the Slate of Hand, or I could buy the Scrying Globe. Those are both reasonable, I think. But I don't do either because I want to keep my deck very small. And my deck is very small. I'm cycling it through pretty fast, actually. So, reason why I want Slate of Hand is to have an extra card to combo with the Rajhin Jarring Lullaby to get the tons of gold. Scrying Globe is to combo with the Psijic Dreaming Cave because I only have 1 Psijic card in my deck at the moment, which is a problem. My opponent doesn't really have anything to show for it right now, and well, Prophecy is not bad actually. Let's be Dreaming Cave first this time correctly, to toss the bad cards in, and then we can start using Lesson of IM to get to our good cards. Philanthropy, yeah, Philanthropy is great. Yeah, we can donate that. Draw a Midnight Raid, get a billion power, and we have a lot of gold. If only Crows were in the game, I could use it to convert for the win, but pick up Prophecy. Try to mess with my opponent, get a Rajhin curse going. The Elder Witch. My opponent probably gets to buy it this turn, which is unfortunate. This current hand isn't great. My opponent could actually try use Almalexia power to screw with me. But to be honest, I'm at 35 power, my opponent's at 25, and I have two big, like, so-called power generation cards going, Midnight Raid, and I got my Philanthropy going. Let's see what our Prophecy gets us. We could just probably go for Imprisonment, right? Or Psijic power, kill the Elder Witch because I don't want that around, kill the Paladin with my remaining power. You can use a Moonlight Raid to get rid of a curse, yeah, okay. Which is fine. We're still sort of treading water at 36 prestige, but we are getting to our big money cards. So my opponent did get 12 gold, but my opponent's having a lot of problems converting his gold into power. Oh, Midnight Raid. So my opponent's quite good. Second Dreaming Cave. That's excellent card to pick up as well. I only need to make four more, and I think that should be it. I have the Philanthropy for 1 power, the Midnight Raid for 1 power, and that is exactly 40 prestige probably. Nope, not quite 40 prestige yet because the Philanthropy actually needs you to discard a card. It doesn't actually give you anything, and I can't get the Midnight Raid because I don't want to destroy any of these. I want to destroy my gold coins, but that's the problem when you donate things. You donate the gold coins, you can't actually discard them or destroy them with the Reachmen or the deck destroying cards, so that's unfortunate. And my opponent does get a Stubborn Shadow plus Moonlight Illusion going, which means I'm back to 36, but to be honest, I think I generate a lot more power than he does because my deck is smaller. Let's see how this goes. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna try to generate as much power as possible at this moment. I use the Psijic power here because I want to go for Patron Victory, just to threaten Patron Victory as well. This might force him to make suboptimal moves. But at last we have finally arranged our... and a double Philanthropy. My opponent surely cannot be happy to see double Philanthropy, seeing as that's what's winning me the game. And we get to Philanthropy, we get to get a Philanthropy combo going. Dreaming Cave first before starting to do the donate combos. Happy to donate the bad cards. Second Dreaming Cave, which I'm very happy to see. That gives me 4 power in total when I cast it. And we got a Midnight Raid as well, and that's already 8, so we're quite happy to see that. I don't think any of these cards are any good, and plus 4 because we use both Dreaming Caves. We can use Almalexia here, or we can use Rajhin. Rajhin's fine. So now my opponent needs to gather enough agents to bring me back down below, which is possible. He does have a couple of agents, though it doesn't seem he picked up any this time round. So yeah, my opponent's deck was actually quite delaying. The Rajhin was trying to... picking up all the Rajhin agents was an attempt to catch up to me, but I picked up the early agent killing, so yeah. Interesting game. Important to identify